Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of the Straightjacket podcast, episode 119. I'm back with Nuruddin as always. Yo, Nuruddin, what you
Thank
say?
you very much, Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Structure, Mr. Structure. I always have to remind you about
Sit
that.
down, Mourinho. Sit down, Mourinho.
You know what? Carry on while I get my mic.
Sit down, Mourinho, mate. Sit down. Sit down. Take a seat. Park it up, lad. Talk about it. Don't be talking about it. Man's got Rashford off to Norway today, man. Rashford's in Norway today, just making sure that all his kid was fed. All his kids are fed, man, in Norway. That's what he was doing, man. So let me say this now. That second half performance. What a performance. What a turn up. The players turned up, mate. Turned up. Seriously. Best performance of the season after being robbed, mate. Daylight robbery. That's what was going on. Now, to all those despicable morons racially abusing Son, you're not a United fan, man. You're a disgrace, right? You can be angry and you can criticize a player for diving. You can do all of that, but don't be racially abusing him. Solidarity with Son, but Son, lad, what the hell was that dive, lad? Looks like you've been...
Thinking, man, some classes are going on in there, London, man. Some diving lessons in London, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on there. A performance, man. You know what I mean? Mourinho down the mud. He's talking about feeding sons and all that. You know what I mean? It's crazy, crazy, crazy people. Shout out to everybody in the building right now. Episode 119 of the Straightjacket podcast. Big up to everybody. Ramadan Mubarak to all people who are celebrating right now. You know what I'm saying to you? You know what I mean? Big up everybody who's chilling right now. But Dan United as well. Big up Dan United again. You know what I'm saying to you? Second half, Nuruddin. You know what I mean? What a performance. For me, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's the best I've seen this season. But it just makes you wonder, man. Why can we not play like this?
And you know what? There was tactics. There was patterns of play. It was one-touch football. One-touch football moving. And people, I mean, Gary Neville in the commentary was pissing me right off, man. He's
What
like,
was he say? I couldn't hear it because of the thingy. I was on mute.
Like, listen. He was like, because now Pogba is on the left. He won't be. Listen, Pogba shut him up, mate. To be fair, he admitted it at the end. He was like, Pogba was immense. But what I love, the fact that we played almost kind of like 4-2-2-2. That's what it was, the tactics. The tactics were
That's what I'm saying.
4-2-2-2. That's what they were. Yeah. I mean, Pogba and the difference, the way they were finding space with Bruno and Pogba and interchanging was brilliant. Get in. Yo, smash a like, people. Smash a like.
Man United, get the likes on people, man. As you tune in, people. Come on.
Man United don't come and do that to teams, mate.
How did the first half and the second half, polar opposites here? What do you think was said in that second half? Because I looked at it here and I thought Mourinho sat back. And I thought, could Man United just going to do the same old where they don't really ride with what's happening right now? But Ollie doesn't ride with it. But you know what, man? Man United just played some next formation I don't know of, and unbelievable, mate. Absolutely credible. Second half.
We know, Said, we've been there. We know more than anybody. Man United fans know what Jose Mourinho does when we take the lead. How many times have we been pet back at Old Trafford? How many, man? 75,000 people moaning and going attack, 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 attack. That's what we used to sing. Attack, 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 attack. Trust me. And yesterday, if Spurs fans were in there, hold tight, Spurs fans, hold tight, expressions. Hurricane cocaine, why was he? He was sniffing nothing, mate. He was not sniffing nothing. Right. Heung-min was taking, my guy was diving, mate. You know what? You expect me all to stand up and go 9.9 for that dive from North Korea. Big up the Koreans, man. Big up the
South Korea. From South Korea.
South Korea.
South Korea. Yeah.
It would have been.
You're gonna start global. You know what I mean?
That's what the North Korea would have been giving the South Korean brother 9.9, mate. That's what they would have been doing. Trust me for that dive.
That for me, the game's gone, man. The game's gone now. I think you know what I mean. To be doing that, man, and then going on the floor, man. You know what I mean? We're just lucky that didn't affect our performance here.
No, it did though. It did. We could have got man sent off because the players were so angry. And to be fair, actually, looking at the game yesterday, I thought we played well for an hour. Because after they scored, we woke up. Because obviously, I don't want to sell out. I think it was, what did we score? 35th minute or something like that we scored? Or 30th,
yeah, something like that.
Something like that we scored. And then they went down there and they scored, right? And then the players then were just angry. The players were angry, and this is where big up flawless. This is where Ollie was like that. You can see him on the touchline going like that. Calm down, let's get back to football. But the second half, one good thing I've seen Ollie, and I'm like, Ollie, you got to do this again. He was like that. He was telling them to go press up the pitch because he knows. We know him as Man United fans. We've got history with Mourinho. Mourinho, sit back, Jose, mate. Take a sit back, lay down, Mourinho, mate. Lay down. And he said,
"Do you see that tweet? Do you see that that meme of Cavani doing that and then Mourinho coming out the whole
time? Sniper. Snipering people, innit?
I love it, man.
Aye, man. They got Pie Radio, man. Them, you know what I'm saying? To Flawless is in the building. Make sure you welcome Flawless to the scene. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Straightjacket podcast. As always, you know what I mean? How you feeling today? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, fam. You know what I'm saying? And that we actually put in a performance one, which is excellent. We put in a performance number one, and we got a great result. It's always good to stick it to Mourinho too. You know what I'm saying? And that. And blessed for having me as always. And apologies on the latest. I'm still at home, minute, so I got to cut shortly.
Yeah, that's calm. I just wanted to Yeah, come on, man. By the way, get the likes up, people. Let's get 100 likes in so far. You know what I'm saying? Yes, big up people who are tuning in always to the Straightjacket podcast. But, you know, the title of the podcast is, bro, what could have been, man? You know what I mean? What could have been if we actually had this kind of performances? All we've been asked to do, what does that do? You know, when I always say to people, like, results can mean one thing, but performances bring positivity. They bring everyone together. Look at the United fan base here yesterday on the Twitter timeline, on everywhere, bro. Everyone's happy. The performances match the thingy. People don't watch football for results. I'll be honest with you. People watch football because of performances. That's for me. That's how I love football. I love football because it gives me entertainment. It gives me satisfaction, man. That's the key word. When you're with your girl, man, if she's giving you satisfaction, that's why you stay with her, innit? You feel me? You know what I mean? It's the same with football, man. If the football's giving you satisfaction, you go and take it and you love it, and you say to them, I can't, you know what I mean? I don't want to get rid of it.
Can I just say this? He's getting it out day before Ramadan. He's getting all.
Yeah, man.
He's getting it out there.
The day before, he is ready for Ramadan to be over, and he's ready for lockdown to be over as well. In it, Saeed is ready in that. Don't worry.
You know, you're trying to say though. I know it's a bad analogy, yeah.
Nice,
you know, it's another analogy, but
100%
you know what
accurate.
I mean,
yeah, 100% accurate. Like I'm not. It was just funny the way you put it, but the analogy was spot on. And them two halves against Spurs just sum up Manchester United, isn't it? Like that is really the bad and the good. And where has this been? What could have been? This is what we've been critical of. So that team's been there. It's not like we signed new players. That team, that 11 that played has been here from the start of the season. So where has that performance been? We've seen that before. We've seen it against Leipzig in the home game. We've seen it away to PSG. We've seen it away to Newcastle. We've seen it away to Manchester City in part. So we know that was there when the first half was awful. Like I said, it was putting me to sleep. But the second half, because we dominated the ball. And we had McFred on the pitch that everybody dislikes. But when you have Pogba, Bruno, Cavani, Greenwood, you have a chance. Look at the goals we scored. We're creating chances as well. We looked a threat going forward. I'm saying, I think we had 0 shots on target in the first half, and then we had 7 in the second half from 11 shots. But we had 1 shot in the first half, like chalk and cheese. So yeah, man's gassed, and it could have been what could have been. This is why we are so critical of this manager in the past, because that team's there. You don't need 11 world-class ballers to try and play on the front foot. McFred played yesterday. They play as bad as people make out they are, and we don't like them. They played one.
The way it was used.
Yes,
you know what I mean. It wasn't
That's
the same.
What I've been saying though. What I've been saying, utilize what you have to the fullest. Everyone complains about Wan-Bissaka not being able to go forward. He was a part of that team. No, but I don't like Maguire and Lindelof. They played, and with a high line that Nuruddin was talking about. So you can get more out of these players as much as they're not good enough. But yeah, man, we won, cemented our top 4 place even further, and now onto the Europa League, innit? Which we should get through. The semi-final to look forward to.
Absolutely, man. Nuruddin. You know, Flawless is talking about, you know, what could have been and whatnot, and these kind of performances. You know what I mean? Just obviously, Man United are in the process of, you know what I mean? Are they going to change their manager? Are they not? You know, if you just got a level coach here who could do it consistently, you know, we'd be close to Man City, man. We'd be in and around there, maybe thinking of a title push. Is that the difference for you, Nordin? When you look at it, man?
You know what? The difference is it's exactly the same players who bottle it when it's West Brom, Sheffield United, you know what I mean? Crystal Palace. These performances are there. That's 9 points. Where does 9 point take us? So I've just named 3 games, yeah? West Brom, right? I've just named Crystal Palace, Sheffield United home. That's 9 points. Where does 9 points take us? How many more points will be behind City today? That's a show.
But then also the break that for me, I think Ollie's been using in certain games like Crystal Palace, that game there, where for me, they were there. But look at the game Chelsea. They tore them apart. If you actually go and attack teams, Man United can cause damage. So why is the question? I put the question out to you, Nordin. Why do we not do it often then? Because we can put teams to the sword. We got players off the bench.
Bro, that's a million. That's a billion.
$1 million question.
Not a million, $1 billion question. And for me, the only thing I could put it down to yesterday, the players wanted it. Yesterday was about exercising those demons, man. I put it out on Twitter. I was saying, can Man United exercise demons and get a revenge? Because obviously, you know, you got Tottenham fans in it saying, 6-1, 6-1. Yeah, I know a couple of Spurs fans, man. I went to
yeah.
They're there with their 6-1s, man. Yesterday, you know, their silence on social media, I didn't hear that peep out of them. Other than saying, it shouldn't be abusing Son. And I'm like, I agree. Son should
absolutely,
not be. Yeah. And we're not here to condone that or whatsoever. We're actually there fighting against it. I'm an anti-racist activist, mate. I've been most of my life. This is who I am. So I ain't never standing for nobody abusing anybody. But as far as the performance of Man United, I just think the players were up for it yesterday. And the injustice even took it to the next level. Because to me, if that's a foul, trust me, it's like we might as well pack up and make football non-contact sport. We might as well make football not contact sport because that's what we're going down. And I just think the referee bottled it. And then people at the VAR.
Is it the referee? So is it VAR or is it people using the VAR?
People using VAR.
Yeah, but they put pressure on him. They put pressure on him by saying, "Go and have a look at it." They go and say, "Listen, you know when you can see anything in slow motion, everything looks horrendous when you see it in slow motion." Yeah. When it's full time, listen, you know what? The worst things like Jose Mourinho came out and was like, Pogba should have been sent off. That's a red card. Pogba is a red card. Read out your thing, man. Read out your thing.
Yeah. Drizzy Dress says, thanks for the super chat. Drizzy Dress, always a key and a member of the channel. He goes, why can't Ollie play the way second half performance is the Man United I know? The gameplay suits Martial, not Rashford. Paul.
No, I won't do that with that. Without Rashford, we don't know where we would be, lad. We'll be hugging ass without Rashford.
Yeah. Ill-minded says Bruno got a pen for the same thing. To be fair, you know what I mean? He did cut the ref, but this was on another level, though. You know what I mean? This was on another level.
I'm going to say this to you now, right? If you look to that one, where definitely, and we all said that was a mad penalty. We no United fan was like, "Oh, that's a stonewall penalty."
Yes, facts.
None of us were like that, right? Well, the thing about it is, well, when you look at that Granada player, he's not looking at the ball. He's looking at Bruno, and he goes like that to Bruno. So he's like,
it's too different.
Another thing as well, the Granada player didn't have the ball. The ball was nowhere to be seen, and he's going like that. You can't do that to somebody's face. But when you play football, for me, the thing about the elbow yesterday, Pogba didn't elbow him. I used to get that all the time when I play five-a-side. When I played basketball when I was in school, I am taller than most people, who I used to play with.
Yeah, no, than hella taller.
Where my elbow is, next man who's same height as me goes to their arm or goes to their chest. If man's are that small, like Ori is, of course he's going to go and hit them around the neck or the head because that's what you want. You use your arms. Gascoigne, I mean, you guys might be a bit too young, but trust me, Gascoigne, if Gascoigne played today now, he'd be getting red cards every day. Every day. Because, you know, Gascoigne used to run like that. He did
it. You know who also did the same thing? Vieira. Vieira used to do it all the time.
He used to take people on. In football, it's natural, right? It's biomechanics of football, right? When you're pushing off, players try to hold you. The body weight it always happens in all contact sport, where you use your body weight, that person's body, whether their arm, their shoulder, their elbow, to try to lean on you a little bit. And that's what you do that to push off. You're doing that naturally. It's a natural thing to push off. And the man went down like he was, I swear to God, he went down like there was some sniper in a helicopter, bro. Sniped him, you know, right there at the back of his head. He's even flicked his hair like that, like Klinsmann, bro. He did a Klinsmann. Most of you don't know, check out Klinsmann diving, because Klinsmann was the original diver. He played for Tottenham as well. Like I said. Man. But for me, was that what he meant to the players? And Ollie was sent, and that's the first time I'm like, Ollie, I want to see more of that. I want to see mentality. I want to see you go in and none of this Mr. Nice Guy, man. I'm not asked about Mr. Nice Guy. I want to see you fighting for Man United, mate, when you're the manager. None of this sitting back, mate. Be on the touchline like you were yesterday. That's what I want to see. And I want him to come out, because Man United is a club that for 20-odd years, Ferguson run us Man United against the world. Man, when people talk to me, what's the Man United DNA? That second half is Man United DNA. One-touch football. Move it quickly. Get in position. People expressing themselves. That's what that was. Man United DNA is Man United against the world. Man United against the world. And Ollie, if anybody's around Ollie, he learned something yesterday. That's what happens. When you giving it on a touchline to the fourth official, players look over and go, yo, manager's going crazy. Yeah. We've got to get back and fight back in this game. That's what I want to see. But obviously, it could be but what could have been. You know what I mean?
That's what, you know what I mean? That's why I named the title of the podcast Flawless, but what could have been. You know what I mean? And this mentality for you, yeah. You know what I mean? Is it for you something like to say, you know what I mean? Is it slapping the fans and say, you know what, we're going to give you a bit of the taste here, but you know what I mean, we're not going to have it full season. That's the separates what winning trophies and ultimately just becoming a kind of a player, a manager who doesn't win trophies and have that kind of morale. You know what I mean? Is it that situation happening right now?
That's what we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not new. I named the performances that we've had where good ones. Everton's another one as well, just before the international break where we've played well. When you have the players we have, you're going to get these performances occasionally. You definitely are. Without question, you're going to get these performances because you've seen it. There's a reason why we're second. There's a reason why we're in the quarterfinals on 1 foot in the semifinals of the Europa League. There's a reason. Someone was putting up Ollie's stats about the teams he's beat. You know what I mean? The managers he's beat, and Pep's on there, Klopp's on there, Poch, a few others are on there because of again, what do we call ourselves? Individual Brilliance FC, because that's what we are. I'm saying yesterday we was with our attacking players because we're more on the ball. You seen us starting to create more, and all of a sudden our defense isn't an issue. The other team can't, Michael Owen quote, but the other team can't score when you have the ball. And that's been my whole point. This whole talk about DM and why we need to play 2 DMs to protect our defense. If you dominate the ball, it doesn't matter about your defense that much. I'm saying how much Spurs have great attackers. They have Son and Kane, 2 of the best attackers in the Premier League. What did they offer really? Son minus the goal, that was it. Because we dominated the ball more so in the second half. Obviously, that's because of the way Mourinho sets up. Also, when it played into our hands.
Yeah. That's
what we can do that against most teams in the Premier League. You telling me United don't have the players to have 60-65% possession against most teams? Take out City, take out Liverpool, take out Chelsea, maybe. We should dominate.
Turned up yesterday
That's what I want to turn on.
He had service though. He had service.
To be fair, against Brighton, even though there might have been no service, but he just didn't look the same. Yesterday, he had the grit. He
read the book, man. He read the book. I don't know.
He didn't read the book. You know what it was? He peeled onto Eric Dyer. That's what he did. He's smart. You know what I'm saying? Man, seen Eric Dyer was like, this is my guy. Who did it for the offside? The goal that was chalked off unfairly. Who did he run off? He ran off Dyer for the diving header. He ran off Dyer. Like, he knows what to do.
Big up Aaron in the building. You know what I'm saying? Aaron, what are you saying? For good, bro?
Yes, people. Sorry for being late, man.
It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm just going to read the super chats. I'm going to come to you. Scooper Hoop. You know what I mean? He says we need a petition to ban. What are you laughing at?
Scooper.
What is it?
It's Scooper up, fam. That's what he's saying, isn't it?
Yo, listen, man.
Scooper up, innit? He's ready for lockdown to end.
Yo, listen.
He's ready for lockdown to end and that. Man said, scoop her up, you know. You know what I mean? I was like, he is ready.
It's one of them, man. You get me?
Freedom!
Freedom. That's what it is. Freedom.
Because We need a petition to ban McTominay from AON Training Ground Centre and Fred and Don in midfield. And then we got Joey MUFC 95. Thanks for the super chat, mate. Goes, I don't know about you guys, but for me, this game cemented Dean as number one. Very commanding at times and channeled in Neuer. Wow, I don't know about that, yo.
I won't go as far as in Neuer, but one thing I do like about Henderson is him coming off this line. I liked how he did that. He did it on 2 or 3 occasions, coming for crosses. And even though it's only simple things, it makes a big difference when somebody's doing that, because De Gea doesn't do that. He was quick off his line on multiple occasions, and I like that. Made some good saves.
I said it on one of the podcasts, 2 podcasts ago. I said it, bro. I said exactly the same thing 2 podcasts ago. I said, he's a modern footballer. Dean Henderson, he might not be better than De Gea, but he's a modern footballer in terms of modern footballing goalkeeper. And with United want to play, especially the tactics that we played in the second half, where we pressed them in their own camp. Of course, they're going to have 1 or 2 on the break, and that's what he has to do, sweep up. But I thought he made 2 fantastic saves yesterday. One against Son, it was a De Gea light save, and then he made another.
It's been learning.
With the feet. With the feet, I like that.
Harry Kane was trying to catch him out. So he made a good save. So, you know what? I've got to say, listen, yesterday I didn't think that there was a player there. Obviously, Lindelof made his usual mistake, as he do usually. But usual. Performance, even that didn't... He didn't let that linger in. I thought they were just ready for the fight. I thought they just wanted to show Mourinho. They wanted to sit down Mourinho. And you know what? That game should have been 4-5-1, trust me. If Pogba don't do that back heel, if he just smashes it, turns and does an overhead kick kind of, just buries it, he's just there. That could have been 5-0. That's what it could have been. We could have got proper revenge yesterday. If it wasn't for that referee getting involved with that madness. We could have got proper revenge yesterday.
I'm gonna bring in Aaron here. By the way, we've got 350 people here watching. Make sure you get the likes up, people. You know what I mean, and share the video across all your social platforms. I'm just gonna ask you, Aaron, man. You know what I mean? This mentality of coming up for big games now. We've seen it now, Man City, and now the game here. You know what I mean? As you play football in your time, yeah. But for you, you know what I mean, getting rid of them teams where we lost against, you know what I mean, Sheffield United, all them teams, to really, really challenge a Mount, yeah. What's it going to take for this team? Because for me, I don't know if that mentality is still there right now. I just think they play to the occasion. Rather than these little games where you need to win and you need to put in a performance to show that you're champions, they don't do that. And then when all of a sudden they need to, I don't know, you know what I mean, need to rise to these kind of big games of the top 6. They come out of nowhere, they put in a resilient performance because, A, we're not beaten in them games, are we?
I think it's especially yesterday. They knew there was a lot at stake. They probably had the 6-1 in their minds, and Oli probably reminded them of that. And also, it was Jose. Everyone in the Premier League wants to beat Jose. Like, it's a fact. So that's an extra motivation, and I think that's why we got it over the line in the end, and we got the win. Because nobody wants to lose to Jose. Because, you know, if you lose to Jose, especially if you're like a rival, a direct rival for those top 4 places, bro, he's going to rip you. He's going to rip into you in the press conference. And nobody wants that to happen. So the players probably, you know, a lot of players had something to prove. Luke Shaw, all the players basically that had an issue with Mourinho. Paul Pogba, Luke Shaw. Obviously, Martial's not there. A lot of players, man. And there's probably just players in the squad that don't like him. Lindelof, do you see what I mean?
Don't forget Fred as well. Fred.
Yeah. Even though Lindelof, Pogba, and Fred were all players that Mourinho bought. So it's ironic that he bought them, but he still ended up having problems with them. So
isn't it?
That's Mourinho. That's crazy. But that is
crazy,
Mourinho.
isn't it?
He could fall out with himself in an empty room. That's Mourinho for you. And that.
That's Mourinho for you. He could buy you today, and within the next week, you've got a problem with him. So
you got issues.
Yeah, you got issues. So I think a lot of players had something to prove, and that probably rubbed off on a lot of players as well. I seen a little meme on on Twitter going around where, you know, when Pogba had the issue with Mourinho at the training ground. Yeah. And Greenwood was staring. He was just looking at the whole situation. Like someone mentioned a caption and said, "Oh, Greenwood was taking revenge for Pogs and them kind of things." So
let's talk about that step over, man. Let's talk about that Ronaldo step over. He's doing shopping. He's not just doing his food shopping. He's doing clothes shopping.
Hey.
And you know what, Nordin?
R.I.P. to regular, man.
The shops are open again.
The shops are open now, man.
He's probably in town right now. You know what I mean?
He went to go to Arndale. You know them guys that were queuing out Arndale this morning.
He's in the city centre in Madrid. That's what he got sent back to, and that man. He's in Madrid, fam. You know what I'm saying? In that, you know what I mean? I condolences to regular man, innit? Because he has a family, man. He has a family, so I condolences.
He was sent to do his non-essential shopping.
Trust me, it's not even that, yo. Listen. Greenwood, the way my guy dropped like that, the way my guy was rocking,
do the Matrix, man, the Matrix.
Trust me, he sent him back to the future to witness his own birth, bro. That's what he did.
that was beautiful. What
super chat here from A-Spec United, A-Spec Limited. Is Paul Pogba a world-class player or world-class talent? I'll go with that for you, Lord. Go start with that one.
The only world-class player that we have in our team.
It's scary, you know.
The team's got to be there to perform in. But to me, yesterday, when Gary Neville was chatting Maka going, we can't really play on the counter because we haven't got pace. The three, him and Cavani, Pogba and Cavani don't have pace. I'm like, if you give them the ball, them man don't need pace.
Yes.
If you give them the ball, them man don't need pace. Stop being a pace merchant, man. Get the ball on the floor. And Pogba yesterday, especially in the last 15 minutes when we had to hold on, the ball was like a magnet. Henderson smashing it 70 yards, and he's just like, bang.
That one, bro. See, that one was the one where
you know what? You know the funniest thing? It was on the same side where the bench was. He's looking at Mourinho going, I watch this. And then the way he did Hovey.
Got a lot of world classes here. You know what? Everybody.
You know what? The way he did Hovey and Dyer, he's like, come here, son. But, just three, just 1, 2, bam, pass.
Yeah, man.
I didn't see McTominay. I was like, McTominay, where are you going, lad?
Yeah, I seen it.
You know what, though, man?
McTominay just wanted to witness it. That's all it is, isn't it? Because Højbjerg got sent to a regular, isn't it? Them man got sent together, isn't it? Højbjerg walking around Copenhagen.
You know what it's flawless? McTominay moved up the pitch as well, and tried to get. He didn't try to get into the action. He was making sure he was close enough because he knew Greenwood was going to score. He made sure that he was close enough to Greenwood so he can join in the knee slide.
The knee slide thing, get that. You know what I'm saying? The Fred knee slide, 10 out of 10 knee slide, Fred.
No, this is what I'm saying to you. You've got people in the comments, obviously, you got like Ollie out, Ollie Innes, whatever. That's the joy that he gives us, right?
I know.
That's all. We're not asking for too much.
Literally.
On the last podcast, right? Here, we're not asking for too much. Just give us something to believe. Give us something to get behind. And that tactic yesterday, and that's the kind of, I think the tactic happened in the first half.
You know why, Nordin?
4-2-2-2. That's what it was like. They got 6 players, and they're playing with some sort of like FIFA formation. 4 at the back. 6-2-2-2.
Wait, have you seen this? Hold up, sorry to cut you off. Someone's quoted you already, Saeed, in it with that. I love football because it gives me entertainment. It gives me satisfaction. When you with your girl, if she's giving you satisfaction, that's why you stay with her. So that
Yo, man, listen, it's one of them.
You know what I need to add underneath that quote? A day before Ramadan.
We got Zayn Biassi in the comments saying, big up Zayn Biassi, man. Not seen him in a while, you get me? I don't know where he's been hiding.
Where are you saying?
It's because Arsenal won yesterday, that's why.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We haven't seen him. He's been sinking lower than Arsenal's league position, but we move. Go on, Saeed. We move.
He goes, big up for beating Spurs. See you in the final. Pepper, Saka, Martinelli will smoke the fridge and co. You get me? And we've got Jay Links from in the comments.
I've got to give it to Biassi, right? Even when the Arsenal lose, he don't hide. He's always showing.
He's got to give it
him. Jay Links from, you get me? He goes, did you see Lingard being linked to Real Madrid and PSG? If that's true, needs to come back to Man United. Let him do his try. Let him shine, man. Man said Real Madrid, you know.
Yo, you know what I mean? Scored yesterday.
Woo! You know the reason. You know, Nordin, when you said
West Ham. You know what? West Ham are my second favorite team now. You know that it's official. Every time West Ham on, I'm watching Jay Links. I just want to see the dance moves. Yesterday he combined. He combined a bit of Jacko. You know, what I mean, he did a future effect of Jacko with a hand
Yeah, man.
and the leg. I'm like, yo.
Big up, Neek.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah, big up Neeks, man. Big up Neeks Sports. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to this channel. You know the thing is, right, Nordin, when you say, and I'm not gonna come question to you, Flawless. The reason why for me I've been Ollie out for 2 years, yeah, it's not the fact that I'm just like, you know, and you'll see this many interviews I've done over the years, but Nordin will vouch for me, Aaron will vouch for me. I've said this many, many times. Every time I come out the ground, yeah, I see a different style of play. I got frustrated. And then by the time I reached a boiling point, this is my boiling point. I reached that boiling point and I said to myself, after that West Ham game, I was like, right, that's it for me. I don't see the plan with Oliver Solskjaer. It's inconsistent, you know what I mean? And whether you go get players or not, I'm still not sure this team can get to its maximum of winning trophies. It can get to these points where you win games and whatnot. You know, every team has their moments. But to really reach the pinnacle, Flawless, I'm not too sure with this manager. And that's my bugbear for 2 years. We have these high days. We have these moments. Remember the Chelsea game after the 4-0? I was saying to Lord, I was in Morocco, dancing my head off. And I was celebrating. And the guy next to me nearly choked his cigar off. You know what I mean? Because he was like, yo, what are you celebrating for? Them kind of moments, yeah, I'll always celebrate because I'm a United fan first. But when I deep it and I properly, you know what I mean, invest in my time and I see drab performances, it always makes me doubt and always makes me not believe in the manager. That is the bottom line, Flawless. You're on me.
And again, that's why we are so critical, is because we know that this is a false dawn. Like how many podcasts have we done and we've been on together and you've said, is this a turning point? Can we turn a corner?
That one when I said that it was the mentality changing.
Yeah,
and the week after that we lost.
And what do I say to you all the time? You know the answer to these questions you are asking me. You know what I'm saying? And but obviously you still have to ask them for the content. But we know it's not no mentality change. We've seen how many great results we've had, whether it's interim manager Ollie, whether it's permanent. And what happens next week? Do we go back to 4-2-3-1? What happens against Granada this week? Do we put in a good performance? Probably not. Probably goes back to the same old. We'll probably get through 0-0 or 1-0 Bruno penalty or something. That's literally it. And that Bants and Rants thing is hilarious, yo. The picture he used and everything, yo, that is genius, yo.
I just seen it right now. This guy's a legend, man. He's a legend.
Profit, facts. But yeah, that's the whole point of it. And this is why, like, you have been Ollie out for so long. It's simply because you know that the players are there to play this type of football and he doesn't do it nowhere near often enough. And he doesn't even try to. That's why I'm so critical. We don't even try to play on the front foot and try and play attacking football. That's why Gary Neville's talking about, what pace have we got? Counter-attack. Why are we giving up possession to Mourinho's Spurs, knowing how they play? Why would we do that? To me, that makes no sense. They're going to give you the ball if you're going to dominate in that. We already know this. There's a reason Rance made the point. There's a reason why all of a sudden Mourinho's there and Harry Kane, there's rumors about him wanting to leave. The whole time he's been there, man's not wanted to leave. But it's a mad thing.
And that's the bottom line, Aaron, man. That's what we're trying to say, you know what I mean? 2 years of, someone said there's 2 years of guessing. That's been Ollie's reign, you know what I mean? And that's why, for me, you have the most split fan base. You know what I mean? There is, I think, more split than Arteta, more split than Chelsea, whatever. Not Chelsea, but, you know, so forth, Tottenham. It's just been 2 years of second guessing. The people who, for me, like nobody for me, for example, always says, you know, if the structure's not right, nothing will ever change. You know, but I'm stubborn. I say, you know what? You get a better manager, it will change. You know, there's all these conflicting arguments, but we've been misled a story, and that's the problem for me. I even tweeted out today, if Ollie's going to stay here next season, the club have to back him then. If the club's not going to back him then, we might as well forget being a Man United fan. What's the point then of everything? What's the point of watching football then? Because at the end of the day, we're all Man United fans. And we're all going to be watching this week in, week out. Whether we're Ollie in or Ollie out, we're both going to be watching it. So something's got to change. The club have to back whoever's in charge. If it's Ollie, then it has to be Ollie. I can't change that. Even though I want him out, I can't change it. You know what I mean? We're just a voice at the end of the day. So they have to back him, and they have to stop Man United fans from suffering, man. Because we're suffering right now, man. 1 week we're watching Granada, boring game. The next week, you know what I mean? We're going to have heart attacks, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're going to be like yesterday that we were celebrating. We're just going to be clutching our hairs out, man. I'm going to have no hair like Nordin. You know what I mean? Like,
it's mad. It made me grow mine out. You know what I'm saying? I needed something to pull out. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Yo, man, flawless from Aubameyang style, yeah?
Yeah, man, I did that. Aubameyang copied me in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he
man.
Copied me. Aubameyang see me. He copied me in that. I'm saying
So
we
at
scored.
the end of the day,
We've played the same amount of games for the Champions League for Arsenal. So you know what? You're trying to be like me. You know what I'm saying? But we move.
You know what I'm saying, Aaron? So I don't know, man.
No blows, no highs, just a low.
Yo,
where's the lie? He's never played in the Champions League for Arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
Blows,
I did the Greenwood thing, innit? You know what I'm saying? I did the Greenwood thing.
To the body, man. That's how it is. Listen, I'll answer first, Saeed, right?
go on.
Listen, I think Ollie's done a lot of good things at the club, right? But to me, the biggest thing is the football. I always said, I remember me, you, Aaron, outside my ex-workplace, yeah? And I said, 2 years. I want to see something. I want to see football. 2 years. And people used to me. Eddie Howe. Why do I like Eddie Howe? Regardless where Bournemouth were, win, lose or draw. Why? Because they try to play football, bro. So no more than most, I want to play football. But after we sacked Mourinho, I just realized, bro, that it's about this board. It's about the structure. When they're buying fourth choice players for the manager and then bringing players where the manager didn't even ask for, then you know we've got some mediocrity. You know, these bankers. And that's when I did all my research and found out what the hell is going on at this club, who's running things and how much football knowledge do they have. And to me, it will show for me. It will show. If Ollie's not back, trust me, it's going to be up and down like a roller coaster. You know what I mean? Yo, shout out.
I'm not ready for that, man.
Yo,
I'm not ready for that.
Down like a roller coaster. Trust me. Shout out, Pac, man. Those of you who know those lyrics know. And that's what we're going to be, bro. That is what we're going to be. And if they don't back him, then you'll go on the run like Ollie will. Ollie has got a thing in him where
you look at big spot there.
Listen,
he says it right there.
Yeah, listen, he'll go on an amazing run, and then he'll go on a madness run where we can't win a game, and then the pressure will build, and then they'll try to. They will succumb to the social media pressure and think, you know what, maybe it's time for him to go. So let me ask you a question then. If they don't want that, they're in control, Saeed. We're not in control of it. We are the supporters who love this club. We don't want to be coming out, shouting at Woodward, shouting at any of these Glazers. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be getting back. You know those guys who don't get behind the club. We want to be doing that. Show me something to get behind.
Them guys that sell half an hour scarce, man, they always say that to me. And every time I'm like, get away. If I hate when you say that, man, get behind the club. Get behind what's happening.
Listen, this is not Edward. Listen, this is not Martin Edwards' club. That was a family club, man. We've got to get behind that. Even though Martin Edwards sometimes was stingy with the money. He didn't want to spend. He didn't want to, like Baddy Stewart, but we could have had Baddy Stewart. Baddy Stewart asked for maybe 15 or 20 grand more. He would have signed for Man United, right? At the top of his height, at the height of a height, Baddy Stewart. But you know what? Man United, we could get behind because he loved Man United. He was a Man United supporter. Glazers, Woodward, and these 3 Bristol bankers don't love United. And the thing for me is that all of those people who say back the club, they need to get out there now in this summer and put real pressure. If you want results, we have to put pressure on the bankers that run our club. Glazers are not even here, Saeed. They're in America. They're too busy with all their businesses. I just dividend MC. So for me, I want to see Ollie. If Ollie has to go and do the coaching. He has to go and do the coaching.
But he's not a coach,
or go and hire a proper coach. Go and get a proper experienced coach, man, to help the young coaches. Because yesterday, to me, we won that game last. Largely, we all know the way Tottenham play. We all know. Everybody knows how Tottenham play. Tottenham have lost more games this season from winning positions and have drawn more games from winning position than any other team in the league. Because as United fans, we've been there. We've seen it. Look how many games we used to draw with Jose.
You know what's mad about that? We told Spurs fans this. I remember specifically when they beat us earlier in the season, and I remember being on Sai's channel, it was with Spurs fans, and they were talking about they're back, they're going to finish above us. And I told Spurs fans the honeymoon period with Mourinho is absolutely fantastic. But after you get off that honeymoon, it is carnage. It's terrible. And it's just that the honeymoon period wasn't as long. That being said, he still might win the Carabao Cup, but you know how this film ends. It's like a Marvel film. You know how it ends.
So I'm saying to you, Flawless, man.
You know how it's going to end.
Me, where's the pressure for you, Flawless, then? Is there a pressure on Ole to succeed? So what's the point of believing in a manager who has no pressure of succeeding? What is the point of watching football, then?
You know what? I get your point, and this is why I'm very critical. This is why I'm critical of the manager. Actually, no, this is why I've got nothing left.
What ambition
we know this stuff. The owners don't. They're not going to back him.
They're not going to back him. They know he's not going to win a trophy. So what are we here for?
No.
Is it just is it DNA? Is it just I don't know.
But this is what he can
but
do.
Man United DNA is win things though.
Yeah, it is to win things. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, even if he's not back fully, he still will sign players. He might not get everything. We all know we want a centre back, a holding midfielder, a right winger. If we get 1 out of the 3 or 2 out of the 3, I keep saying this. Utilize what you have. Are the Glazers on the board good? No, we know they're bad. Can you be successful under them? Yes, because we've seen it happen in the past. 2 managers previously, Mourinho, who we're talking about, won 2 trophies. Van Gaal won trophies. So it is possible to have success with these people in charge. All I'm asking Ollie or the manager to do, whoever it is utilize what you have to the best of your ability. Simple as that. If they do that and we fall short on just quality, I'd hold my hands up and go, you know what? What can we do? But we're not falling short on just quality. We're not even trying to play attacking football. We don't even try and implement ourselves. But
there you go, then.
Is what it is, yeah?
Said it right there, Aaron. You know what I mean?
Now for me,
That's
you know
what
what?
it is, man.
You know what? Listen, I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to be optimistic and say that yesterday, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the players exercised demons. To me, the tactics severely changed after that 6-1 hammering in that 2nd or 3rd game of the season at Old Trafford.
A sign of a top manager, though, is to do it for the season consistently.
No, but
that's my problem.
No, of course it is. But what I'm saying to you, that game shocked him. That game did something to him. That game, I think he thought he was going to get sacked. I personally think that's what he thought. But to me, yesterday playing, that's the United way. That's the Man United DNA. Man United.
After 2 years, though, why am I surprised Man United are pulling that performance? That's my problem. After 2 years, everyone is like, "Whoa, we got one." We get it every so often.
Fair, you know what? Listen, to be fair, one thing I would say, we should have been in the Europa League final. We were unlucky. United attacked.
We played well in the semi-final. I give you that. We played well in that semi-final.
Well, I'll give you that.
That was the best 90 minutes performance under Ollie in a big game, in a massive game.
We're just going to finish our chances.
The only thing we didn't do is put the ball in the back of them. And because our strikers kept missing and their keeper had a worldie. So that to me showed that, you know what, we could have been in the Europa League final and anything could happen in the final against Inter Milan. But for me, I just think 6-1 happened and Ollie thought, you know what, I don't want to get embarrassed. I don't want to get sacked. Because once you got your dream job and you're not too experienced and you haven't got experienced coaches around you, that's what you're going to think. So he's learning on a job, but if they don't help him, Saeed, I'm telling you, it's going to end badly. And you know what? The thing that
there's a lost cause for everyone, though, Nordin. It's a lost cause for everyone.
It hurts me the most because it's going to ruin his legacy. It's going to ruin his legacy. Even as a player, it's always going to be like, oh, damn. Because to me, to see half of you are already Ollie out, and to see all the other half as well to go and join in and go get him out of here, right? It's going to be painful for me. And
I think it'll be split. I think it'll be split. I think even if he gets back,
Saeed, in the last 5-6 performances, some of the dull football, a lot of Ollie Impact fans I've been talking to, they're like, I think it's time, And that's even mad. Even when Man United manager's second, and we know the Glazers and Wood would never sack a manager when he's second.
Yeah. So then, it just goes to show, Aaron, what is the plan, though? In terms of the Glazers, how League Sports said it is as long as it gets top 4, they'll be happy. But as a fan, mate, this fan base is going to get toxic, man. You know what I mean? Like,
going to.
Almost.
Wait, going to.
I know. Well, it is already at a toxic point. So, it begs the question, Aaron, then, what is the plan for the Glazers then? You know what I mean? Is it to catch Man City? Because for me, when I look at it, look, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think this season happens next season. And that's my worry. If we couldn't take advantage this season of winning a trophy, obviously we have the chance of winning the Europa League. You know what I mean? You never know. But not to win a trophy this season and possibly mount a serious challenge. I'm talking about a serious challenge where you go neck and neck. When is it ever going to be, man? And that's my worry. Next season, we might even fall short. Someone said to me today on Twitter, he goes, Man United could, the chance of Man United finishes 6th, is a possibility.
Definitely.
I think Norton said that at the start of the season is a possibility. But next season, it could be a possibility as well. And that's my worry. If you don't have a plan now this summer, if you're gonna put him as manager, because if we don't have any say in this, then you have to back him then. Because we're gonna have the same vicious cycle of what could have been. And that's my problem.
That's true, man. And as fans, like I said, with the Glazers, I'm not going to say there's nothing we can do, but they're here to stay. So I just think we just have to literally hope that they're going to invest. We just have to hope. But I do think, because Ollie has some sort of pull when it comes to players, because somehow we managed to get Harry Maguire. Somehow I think we'll manage to get Sancho. he just has that pull in it. And I've come to terms with the.
Aaron, sorry to cut you off, but you man, I got a dip. Love to
man,
see
big up,
legends every
Big
time
up,
I'm
man.
heading to
Big
radio.
up, man.
Man, we'll catch
Big
up
up
with
Pie
you man
Radio.
soon. Yeah,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Man.
man, bless,
Big up.
man, bless.
Hey, everyone, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and that. Yeah,
Come on,
big
man.
up, fam.
You know what I mean?
So I've come to peace with the idea that the Glazers are going to stay, and as long as Ollie gets top 4, he's going to stay. So the only thing we can do right now is literally supply him with the best players possible, because that's how he functions, isn't it? That's how he functions. I still think he's not a good enough manager. I still think he has his limitations. But if you give him good players, then they might be able to do something and sort something out for him. Like we saw yesterday, we literally won that game because we had the best players on the pitch. If we didn't have the best players on the pitch, then this game probably would have had a different result. So yeah, man. Our hands are tied as fans, man. You know what I mean? As much as we scream out Woodward out and Glaze, they're not gonna go. They're gonna stay. They're gonna keep taking money out. They're gonna keep doing what they're doing.
I think
we can. And some of that says
we can put pressure on Woodward, the Glazers, to sack Woodward and these guys, because you know why? That's happened before, bro. We've got to try. Not the Glazers. The Glazers are never going to sell Man United unless they get
Woodward and the other guys.
5 billion offer. But the other guys, Woodward, Matt Judge, and Richard Arnold, we need to get rid of those guys. They are absolute poison, bro. They're poison, because the Glazers could turn around and say, you know what? Since the last 8 years, we give $1.5 billion to spend. Where's that? I know. Because you give it to 3 bankers who don't know nothing about football. You gave $1.5 billion to bankers who know nothing about football.
Yeah.
And now, all you ask about is the top 4. So we can put pressure on Woodward, Richard Arnold, and Matt Judge. We can. Yeah. We can. The Glazers will have to know, you know what? Maybe something go. Remember what Patrice Evra said, bro? Patrice Evra was like, Glazers don't know what's going on. People are lying to them. People are lying to them. And that's Woodward that's lying to them, saying, I've got it all. You're banker, mate. What do you know about football? Nothing. Get football people. You know what? The Glazers could stay. Woodward could stay if they had footballing people around them that know what to do. But for me,
Darren Fletcher, right? John Murtaugh, right?
Nah, man.
I'm just going to read this super chat here. Drizzy Dress, thanks for super chat. If Ollie wants to succeed, he should change his coaches, start backroom, and also should stop being a coward and play attacking football. You know what I mean? That for me there, the coaching staff, he won't change it. And again, another thing why it just won't work. At the top highest level, coaches.
That runs through our club, though. I already named it. Jobs for the boys' business. That's what we are, mate.
So then how do you believe? I'm not saying you believe in Ollie, but how does the fan base believe that we are going to get trophies with the guys we've got on our bench? That's my problem. How do people believe in the process when you need everything to work in contingent?
Bro, I hope and pray, man. I just hope and pray.
That's what we can do, man.
Hope, pray, man. That's what I'm saying to you, and that's my problem. And someone says to me, "When's the process happening?" You're damn right, it might happen in summer. You're damn right. Could be the biggest one yet. Could be the biggest one yet, because we got to do it, man, people. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the thing is, man, my thing is, right, I'm Ollie out here, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to support Man United. It's like that guy, the meme of the old man with his wife, and you know what I mean? And he looks miserable, but he has an umbrella over his head, and he's, you know what I mean, he's protected from the rain. Ultimately, we are all Man United fans. I want Ollie to go, but he's not going to go anywhere because of Glazers and the board. For me, I believe they've got a manager who, for me, he'll say the words of, you know what, Man United should be winning trophies and all that. But ultimately, top 4 is a priority for Man United. That's what, if someone says to you, I'm going to give you 12 million a year just to make top 4, mate, that's all you're going to do.
And that's why we can't really blame him, Saeed, because any man will take the job, especially like him.
Of course, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
At the heart of our club, when you know and you know what, soon we're going to be 11th and 10th like Arsenal. I know. But we have to speak real. People are going, don't be negative. We're hyped. We enjoy the game, but we're now talking about the club structure. And at the end of the day, the club structure is working out as this. If top 4 is the only thing, look what Arsenal, top 4 was the thing.
Exactly. For 4 years, how many years in a row? And then where did it go?
Look what
down the sink, mate. You know what I mean? And that's the reality, mate. Tottenham were a top 4 club. For how many years was Tottenham? We was praising Mauricio Pochettino. Every year, like season out.
4 years in a row, he got them to Champions League football, I think.
Yeah, the last season under Mourinho, bang.
Yeah.
This year under Mourinho, they're probably going to be, you know what I mean, in the Europa League again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality of what, you know what I mean, could happen next season again. And we can't be yo-yoing. Champions League, no Champions League. Champions League, no. And you know what? Next season, mate, you're damn right, mate. If we're in the Champions League, we get knocked out group stages. I don't want to be in that top 4. You might as well lose all the other games, mate. Get out of that Europa League, man.
Let me give you, Saeed, 5 things. Let me give you 5 things for Oli to improve. Get new coaching. Get a proper experienced coach that's been around. Number 2, make use of those substitutions. Number 3, stop having favoritisms. Number 4, even when you get heavy defeat, don't change your philosophy of attacking football. Number 5, act like a massive Man United manager and let's be Man United against this world. And the fan base will be united. The players will be united. Make sure you're out there fighting referees, fighting 4th officials. Be that. I gave 5 things for Oli.
And how many of them 5 do you firmly believe he could
All
change?
I can do is hope and pray.
No, I know we can hope and pray, you know what I mean? That's what we got Imam for, you know what I mean? We pray with the Imam, you know what I'm saying to you? I'm asking you, Nordin. How many of them 5 do you firmly believe? How many of them 5 do you firmly believe he will do?
Well,
it's like saying to a guy who's in set 8 to do higher paper.
Yeah.
Can a guy in set 8 do higher paper?
Listen, Saeed, well, that's what
he can. He can't do it.
Listen, he can't do it to win people you and Aaron and flawless back. He has to do those 5 things. He has to.
Nah, but if you're in foundation, you're in foundation. If you're in higher set, you're in higher set.
No, sometimes people can wing it, you know. They just magically just do it, you know. By accident, the teacher give them the higher set.
If you got a calculator, yeah.
The next minute, higher set paper, and the kid is just pulled it out the bag.
Man, listen, I knew my level. Hold on. I knew my level in school, yeah. Listen, I wasn't clever in maths, yeah. I think I was in set 4 or 5 in maths, yeah. I'm telling you now, people, you know what I mean? The teacher said to me, do you want to do higher or foundation? And I went to me, you know what I mean? She said to me, and I just looked at her and I thought, you know what, man? I'm not that great in maths. How can I get a C? I thought, you know what? Let me go for that one. And what did I do? I went in there, I smashed it, got the foundation, I got the C.
I
just about made it. But that's what I'm trying to say to you. I stuck to my own lane. That's the thing for Oli. We're in set C now. We're in set C. Yeah, man, I was in set 5 for maths, man, people. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the man, them.
You still got a C, though. That's quite...
Yo, listen, that's a minimum requirement, people, man.
Put it in people in the comments if I've not already said it. I'm going to say it. Quick maths, he can't do it.
Yeah. I'm not a big Shaq, yo, you know what I'm saying to you? But the thing is for me, if you're in a certain level, Nordin, how can you achieve higher? That's my worry with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
He's still learning on a level. Sometimes you can go up a level. Like yesterday, in his tactics in that second half, he showed it. He can go up the level. And at times last season, he showed it in certain games. He can go up a level when it comes to the crunch. But for me, he has to change those things. Making use of your squad is a paramount. Like for example, if I was Woodward, I would say to him, why are you not using the substitutions? What's the point of me getting you other place if you're not making use of your substitutions or your whole squad? But then to be fair, are they good enough, Saeed? Are they good enough? Are they good enough? Are a lot of our bench good enough to actually go there? And to me, Rashford, again, I saw yesterday, still being played. He should have been taken off 20 minutes earlier than when he got taken off. It should have been taken off up to an hour. But at the end of the day, we went there. I don't know how Expressions is doing. He must be.
His depressions right now. Depressions. It's not expressions. It's depression. You know what I mean?
Man.
But big up to Greenwood and Cavani. You down with Cavani, but big up to him, man. He finally sees the opportunity. But again, and we put it into context of these guys are early men. They give you one performance 1 week. They give you another performance 1 week.
You know what? We don't criticize the players enough as well, to be fair.
I know we don't.
A lot of times we just go for Oli. And sometimes the bottle jobs is there, honestly. But again, I got a big shout out to Harry Maguire yesterday, talking to the referee.
What did I tell you, man?
And he come out being aggressive. Yesterday, he was quite aggressive, bullying Kane. You know how Kane does, backing into people.
Yeah.
And I just like that aggression. Yesterday, we had aggression, man. Wan-Bissaka in the second half there, just up and bombing. He's, son. He's like, son, you can't stay with me, son. You can't stay with me. Son, obviously, the tactic they play is that they leave him up the pitch, innit, for the quick counter. But I thought they did that, and I thought Fred improved. You know what? Check this out, guys. Check this out. I tweeted 5 seconds before Fred scored. I'm like,
I tweeted 10 minutes.
I was like,
Cavalli.
I said,
This is Man United again.
Listen, I said, take Pastor Fred off because I swear he's playing against us. Because about 10 minutes before that, he was giving the ball away like nobody's business. Like literally, just hitting invisible mans out there. I'm like, yo, can you see ghosts? My guy was playing like he saw ghosts.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, Aaron. And let me come to Aaron now. That's the problem. We're saying this. We're 35 minutes. We can say a player is rubbish, and then all of a sudden they score a goal. I don't know if it's a true reflection of the way they play, or Man United are just so yo-yo. We don't know what we're gonna get, and that's the problem, bro.
That's the truth, man, and that's why. In games like this, I think for the big games, the players are always going to try and turn up. But then when it comes to the smaller games, I feel like they get too complacent, man. It's just, I don't know. Maybe they think, oh, we're better than them anyway. We don't have to really. Nah, you should treat every game equally, man. The same way you approached the Tottenham game, the same way you came out for that second half. Approach every game like that, and you'll be spanking people. If we had the attitude that we had yesterday in the second half against Tottenham, bro, against West Brom, oh, mate, we'd be blowing them off the park 5-0.
And that's the difference, isn't it? That's for me. That's what's going to separate Man United from achieving top 4 or really, really mounting a challenge. And when I say that to you, Nuruddin, that's where I'm confused, Nuruddin, because I think if the pressure is top 4 right now and we're just about getting over the line, we're not getting over the line, but we're top 4. But at the level to go up a gear is to win the title. You know what I mean? I'm confused as to where Man United really are. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean? Like, go on, you're on mute.
Manager, players, it all comes from the top side, right? I always say fish always rots from the head, yeah? So owners, chief, CEO, goes down to the rest of the board, to the manager, to the players, to the football structure. To me, it don't happen. I have never seen anybody just fluke the league. Even Leicester, you know what? How many times has Ranieri been close in Italy, in Spain, in England? How many times has he been close? How many times has he been an early man? You know what I mean? He's been that guy. Finally, he had a team that believed, and everybody else was on a madness. Leicester went and won the league. At the end of the day, Man United, we have to have a united front in the back and front. You can't just send man out there to go and play. No, we need to get the right recruitment, the right players, have the right coaching, right? Have the right footballing structure, because that's what Man City did, bro. Man City didn't try to fluke it.
No, they didn't.
There was a gradual thing. They built it up slowly. Yo, shout out Robinho, man. Shout out, Robinho out there. When he first came, he was like, I thought there was only one team in Manchester. I thought I was going to play for the Reds. That's a fact. Yo, that's a fact. Robinho told them that he thought I'm signing for Man United. Who are Man City?
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
It's absolute mad. But anyway, City did it slowly, bro. City went and got Barcelona's football director and football administrator.
And Man United are getting
John Murta and Darren Fletcher. Darren Fletcher's job is not going to be enough to do with first team. It's to do with the academy. That's what his job is, technical director. That's what it is. At the end of the day, the fruits will be in the pudding. I'm just looking forward to the Euros because I'm going to be sick of transfer talk. That's why I'm just looking forward to the Euros. I'm thinking, you know what? Hopefully we can get together, boys. See you guys. Hopefully,
man.
Together. Do
Hopefully.
it. You know what I mean? Go to a place, do watch-alongs. You know what I mean? Do that for the Euros. That's what I want to do, bro. That's what I'm looking for, because the transfer saga is just about trending FC and marketing FC and making money, because Man United team is trending. That's what it's going to be. They need to back him. The debt is already heavy, Saeed. All they have to do...
You've always said that, I know.
Listen to me. They need to go and get 200, maybe 20 million, 230 million. Borrow it from a bank. Trust me, Man United win that trophy. The amount of traffic on social media and everywhere else. Are you kidding?
The tourism, everything.
Everything. Trust me, Saeed. That's why they don't understand, bro. That's why these bankers don't understand that. It's like, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I want to get that meme. Yo, people in the comments who are good at making memes, man. You need to get a photo of Ed Woodward, Richard Allen, Matt Judge, and put, I swear these guys are playing against us, because they are. Trust me, they are playing
Yo,
against.
Bants and Rants, yo. Make it happen, Bants and Rants. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yo, they are. Trust me, they are.
Absolutely, man. And that's the true reality, man. You know, I mean, we can. For me, I'm still gonna stream Ollie out, but deep it down, man. I just think for me, I'm still confused as to where Man United are really going. Is it just these little short-term highs? You know what I mean? Short-term highs, and then later on you getting them. You know what I mean? Them
Long-term lows. Long-term lows.
Yeah, that's short-term highs,
Long-term
lows. For me, that's the perfect way to wrap up the podcast. Aaron, you know what I mean? Shout out to Aaron in the building, you know what I mean? Let the people know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, man, Mr. Aaron UTD everywhere. I was going to say Facebook again. Not Facebook. So Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, of course. Make sure you subscribe to my channel's road to 10K. As I'm speaking to you right now is 9,890. So
come on.
What, 110 subscribers left.
How many people? Hey, let's do this now. Let's do it now, bro. How many people watching this now?
365 right now.
Yo, 100 of you, just go to the channel and go on.
110.
110. Go to Mr. Aaron UTD to smack a like. We're here now. Let's count. Let's make it possible. We've just one beat for them. We've just silenced the radio. Come on.
Let's go.
My ears is gone.
Yeah.
My ears is gone, people.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, shout out to Neeks as well. Shout out to Neeks.
Yeah, man. Big up Neeks, man. Big up Neeks, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a big lit podcast. You know what I mean?
Aaron, get it open now. Get it open now. People, just go and subscribe, man. Let's get this.
Subscribe, man. Subscribe, people.
110 left. That's what I'm saying.
Subscribers, man. You know what I'm saying?
300 of you watching this, people. We don't go. Man United don't turn up, man. Let's get in that feel good vibe, people. Let's make Mr. Aaron UTD, diehard United fan out here, man. Doing it.
Come on, man.
Look at this lovely evening, man. Let man get a beer, man. Let a man get a beer to come, man. It's a lovely sunny day out there.
Exactly.
Yo.
Make sure you go subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Make sure you subscribe.
Man. Let's go, people. Let's
Come
go.
on, man.
If any of you guys are subscribed to me, trust me, man. If you ain't gonna go subscribe to my brother in Aaron, so unsubscribe from me, brother. Because we come together, man. We do this together.
It. Come on.
We do this together.
Come on, man.
And we're here making content for you guys, man. We're here to do all this pandemic, just getting it out, trying to do something. You know what I mean? Be there for people. So go on.
Come on, man.
People,
man, like Ducky Momo, you know what I'm saying? Big up to you, man. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yo, big up to you, man.
Norris as well. Shout out your channel as well. You know what I'm saying to you? Let people know where you can find you.
United Real Therapy, man. United Real Therapy. I keep it simple how it is. I'm getting used to doing YouTube. It's, you know what I mean? It's hit and miss there, but I've got to go and find out. People, please, can they get in touch with me? Those that I accidentally blocked on my... Yo, Aaron, hella madness was going on. In person, right, left, and center, bro, the other night. So please, all those people I think 3 people that I blocked, please get in touch with me, right? Get in touch with me on Twitter. I'll make sure I'll unblock you. And all the mugs, you want to be mugs on my channel, please come.
Yeah, make sure you head over and subscribe, man.
Yo,
come on, man. Make sure you subscribe.
100 people left, man. 100 people left.
Come on, man. 100 people. Man.
Let's go, people, man. Come on. Let's get 50 while we're here.
Hopefully we can get that, man. Hopefully we can get that.
Let's
you know
go,
what I'm saying?
Bro.
That Oli Bombaye has to go to Lorden. You know what I'm saying? To big up, man. Come on, man.
Yo, Oli Bombaye is the Oli inner, man. We gotta have that balance, bro. We gotta balance. To me, it's no agenda. I always invite people who are Oli in, Oli out, because I have the zero. In my challenge, no agenda. It's about Man United. The only agenda is Woodward, Arnold, Judge out. Structure now. Yeah. That's what it is, bro.
Come on, people. You know what I'm saying to you. Big up everybody who's tuned in today. The 119th episode was a banger. You know what I mean? We out here every Monday, 5:30. No other podcasts.
All the Muslims out there as well, sir.
Yeah, man. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is his first day of Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? So big up everybody who is
to all my Muslim friends around the world.
Yeah, man. We're fasting tomorrow. I'm fasting, so we're gonna be doing this, people. So make sure subscribe to all the channels, every single channel. You know what I mean? And we'll be back. Someone said to me, "Go Mary channel, Nuruddin." Yeah, man. Big up Mary, man. Big up her, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Big up everybody who's here. Ramadan Mubarak. You know what I'm saying to people, and we'll be back soon as possible, people. Like the video, subscribe to the channels, and we'll be back, people. Take care. Bye-bye, and peace.